if this is in the paint right here,
oh yeah,
you might even have to go ahead and resand this door and blend onto this door.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on our 2019 Ford F-450 Platinum. And as you've seen in the previous video, we completely painted the front end of this truck and it turned out absolutely amazing. But today, actually this morning, we woke up to something quite horrific. If you look closely here, we got some weird spots on our paint job and they just won't like just wipe off or rub off or anything like that. And we just really don't know what it is at this point. It is all over the paint job. And dude, it's just something crazy we've never seen before, really.
And we think that this is just the rain that rained overnight, dude, because
exactly.
we did let this sucker bake for like what?
6 hours in the garage with the heaters on and all that good stuff. And then we pulled it outside and overnight it did rain a little bit. And I guess it kind of just stood on the hood.
Man, that ain't rain, that is acid rain.
What's in that stuff, man?
Yeah, I know, dude. Look at that. It like left some kind of white residue. You can't really rub it off. It like embedded itself in the clear coat.
Hopefully that's just a clear. If it's down to the base coat, that's definitely gonna mean that we gotta repaint this entire front end. But man, we've never seen this before. This is definitely a learning experience for us. So let us know what you guys think of it.
Yeah, let us know what some of them painters out there. I know there's some painters out there. If this ever happened to you, I know this is the first time it happened to us. Maybe because it is a black paint job and black, you can see a lot more. Maybe we should have gave it a lot more curing time.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I know paint takes a few hours or even a few weeks to completely dry.
Yeah, different painters will actually say different things. Like some people would give it 24 hours to dry. Some people will give it like 2 weeks to dry before you can actually buff it. But as you can tell here, the doors didn't get as much, and that little bug stain that, or whatever you did there, you wiped it.
Oh man,
that's gonna be easy.
That's gonna come right out. But other than that, dude, the most scary part is this stuff right here, man.
Look at this area right here, and
dude, that got the worst of it, dude. I don't even know what that is. Like that's freaking crazy.
That
but
sucks.
Hopefully
but you know what?
they come out. I mean, we got this sucker sitting out in the sun for a reason.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they come out. I actually noticed there was some in these letters right here, and they're starting to disappear. So hopefully they all disappear. That would be nice.
Yeah, don't want to buff in between them letters right there.
This side definitely has a lot of them as well, but what are we gonna do right now? We're just gonna let it bake in the sun for a couple of hours?
Yeah, hopefully it all disappears. Let it bake as long as possible. If not, dude, we're probably gonna have to pull it inside, turn on the heater some more, and just give that paint a lot more curing time. But in the meantime, we need to go ahead and jump inside the garage and actually
assemble the front bumper that we got, because we did order a bunch of more things from the dealership, like all the trim pieces and the fog lights. So I can't wait to throw on that front bumper. So let's go ahead and jump in there and start assembling it. All right, so we went ahead and brought in our crashed front bumper because we're gonna salvage a bunch of things off of it, like some nuts, some bolts, and this wiring harness here, and even a good fog light.
Which we saved like $250 on that sucker right there.
Saved a couple $100 there, and we did not order this air deflector because I don't know if it'll look better with or without it.
May look good.
And as for these wide body pieces, I thought we had both, but we only got one right there. But we almost ordered everything for this front bumper. As you can tell here, we got about $800 in plastic and a little bit of steel. We got the mountain brackets, air deflectors, and some other trim pieces. But before we actually start installing this stuff on this front bumper, it is not fully cured. So what we want to do is actually fire up that heater right there,
yeah,
right?
It's still a little bit rubbery. I mean, it's dry to the touch, but if you like kind of like scratch something up against it, it will peel off that paint. So, and
the thing would still actually, if you apply a little bit of heat, we're gonna probably close the garage down, it will dry pretty quick. So let's actually go grab some kerosene, grab the 5-gallon jug, and see if we can fit it in that S2000. took everything that we need off of this crashed bumper, and now we're letting our new bumper actually cool off because we did get it nice and hot. As you can tell here, it is about 97 degrees. It's nice and toasty. Now we're gonna actually let it cool off. That way, once we flip it, we don't put any imprints on the clear coat, and then we're gonna start pretty much completely assembling it. All right, so this bumper is coming together and it is time now to throw in our fog lights. But before we do so, want to go ahead and actually swap out the original stock fog lights with our retrofit source fog lights right here. They're gonna match our headlights really nicely, and check those suckers out. Nice and black, dude, just like the headlights. And I noticed that there's like one LED in that sucker right there. You see that?
And I think there's like 4 or something in there. I can't really tell. There's like a magnifier in it, but you see more of them in there?
Yeah, I see like 4 of them in there, 4 or 3. But anyways, dude, they're gonna look way
Gonna
better.
light up your world. So let's go ahead and swap them out and install them.
Let's do it.
So we put this bumper together as much as we could. Now it is time to actually throw it back on the truck. But before we do so, let's go over there and actually check out those water spots.
Dude, hopefully they're coming out. Oh man, I still see some. But let's see this hood. I noticed that the hood was actually like drying up. Look at that. There's none on the top anymore here.
Oh yeah, at the top they completely disappeared.
There was like a puddle in this little corner right here. And
yeah, like this section like completely just
disappeared,
gone.
right?
There's still some at the top over here.
Man, and this fender is still crazy
a ton
bad.
over
oh
here.
My goodness, dude. I wonder if this stuff will buff out, dude.
We're gonna have to just like throw like a 2000 on here or something,
yeah,
just to sand it, just to see if it'll come out. I mean,
dude, that looks kind of cool, but it's not cool. You know what I mean?
We got some over here. They're kind of disappearing slowly.
They're getting lighter.
I wish it was a lot hotter outside today because most of them would actually disappeared, I think.
Exactly,
I don't know,
dude. But let's go check out this side as well. The hood is looking good. Oh, this area was pretty bad as well. Can't really see it in the shade, but yeah, there is still a couple on this fender.
Not as bad as that side though, but still, there's a few little things right here. I mean, I've noticed that, you know, some of these actually scratch off. So some of them may be on top, but some of them
maybe a little bit deeper, dude. That kind of sucks. But I think what we should do is actually pull it up, throw on that front bumper, and maybe throw on the heater and let it dry up that way.
Let's see it.
And check this out, guys. We got the remote start working. Pretty cool. It starts up fast. Dude,
quick.
A lot faster than Duramax though.
Yep.
Looks sick though. Pull her up. Dang, son, dude. I never noticed this about the headlights, but they like go in sequence.
Did they?
They like turn off and on. Hit the button. Look, we're gonna show these guys.
Unlock button or lock button?
It doesn't matter. Hit either one. Or actually unlock it now. I don't know what's going on. Go. There it goes. Look at that. That is sick. What? They like do a little
son. They do a little dance for you.
A little dance right there. But yeah, let's definitely go ahead and throw on this front bumper because it's gonna look sick. And then we could fire up that heater.
Yeah, we do have to order a lot more stuff than we thought on this bumper.
We did notice
We
that.
actually ordered some of the wrong pieces, like this little plastic piece right here. There is what is it? The cruise control
adaptive cruise control goes there.
That sensor that we were talking about, that's around like $1,200 or $800. We need a different bracket there, so we're gonna definitely reorder all the pieces.
Yeah, because this one says right here, even at the factory, it says set aside might have dropped. So this one was definitely more than dropped.
Yeah, they're probably like super sensitive or something like that, so you don't really want to damage them. That's why they're probably super expensive, because some kind of stuff in here that senses a vehicle's braking or stuff like that. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and throw this sucker on, because I think it's just gonna completely change the look of the front of that truck.
Check that out, that front bumper is on, and dude, it looks freaking sick, dude.
That's crazy. Now everything is coming together and it all looks like crazy good looking black. So I don't know, this is kind of throwing it off.
Very tempting. I think we should paint that grill, dude.
Yeah, I think we should too. I think we should just go ahead and paint it the same color, match it. But I don't know, we gotta wait till we throw like our mirrors on, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna be chrome. Then we're gonna have to paint that stuff as well, probably.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, let's go ahead and see if these fog lights.
Yeah, let's check out those fog lights for sure. Let's see how bright they are. Everything lined up perfectly with the bumper. There is a few things that go here that close that gap right there, like a rubber seal or whatever.
Yeah.
So go ahead, pop that door open and turn them on, man. Dang, dude, I love the headlights. So the fog lights got to be nice too. Oh, there they go. Look pretty sick, dude. Dang. Oh yeah, them suckers are bright, dude.
Man, that's pretty weird how the fog lights actually cut off when the truck is off. I wish they would have stayed on so they like automatically cut off together.
Oh, that would have looked sick.
But right now we actually got to run to the
local shipping department, because we did order a new Hellcat hood. What are we running right now? Carbon fiber?
We're running our carbon fiber, and the reason why we ordered one is that thing actually cracked over a long period of time of running that thing.
It's an eBay brand. It was like $500.
Yeah, and it can't handle that horsepower. It bounces around too much, and it doesn't even align with the hood gap. So we're probably, you want to go look at it?
Let's go look at it. We'll show them what we're talking about. Now from over here, it does look pretty good, but then once you start getting real close on it, the gaps are not that great. The finish of it is, oh, look at that huge crack.
There's a huge crack right here. There's a crack right there. There's a few cracks everywhere. Crack right there, crack right here.
Dude, there's just cracks all, and look how flimsy it is.
It's super flimsy. It's not a very high grade.
And to be honest with you, I think it's heavier than the aluminum hood. That's kind of weird.
Definitely, because the bottom of it is actually fiberglass, so it's like super thick fiberglass.
This is one of them eBay brands. The C-Bond one or the Sabon one would have been nice. Just like on our GTR, that sucker still shines.
Yeah, definitely should have went with a higher quality hood. I mean, just check out these gaps right here, and that's us trying to align them as best as possible. It's just the hood wasn't shaped right. But anyways, let's go ahead, jump on the truck, and get our brand new hood. All right, guys, so we just loaded up our hood. We checked it out. Everything is good. Now we'll catch you guys back at the house.
All right, so we are back with our OEM hood, and it is in perfect condition, no damages at all, but I can't wait to have this sucker painted and install it on this car. That'll probably be in a later episode, and we may have some more goodies for this Hellcat coming soon. But as of right now, let's get back to work on the truck.
All right, so we just tried several different things to try to get these spots out. What's the very first thing that we did? Heat.
Yeah, we did heat, and the heat's, I mean, doing pretty good so far. I don't know if I noticed anything disappearing like right off the bat, but we're just gonna keep blasting that heat until they at least disappear. If not, then I don't know, man. We're gonna go ahead and sand it with the 2500 like I did here. Sanded it down nice and smooth, then went over with the 3000. Now I'm gonna buff it out to see if there's spots behind there, because
that's what we're hoping for. Hopefully they disappear right now, because if not, that means we got a serious issue on our hands.
Yeah, we gotta have to basically repaint the whole entire truck again the same way. But
yeah, we tried the clay bar as well on some smaller areas, and it really didn't do much, so that kind of sucks. But this is our last piece of hope right here, ain't it?
If this don't work, then I guess we're just gonna go ahead and full send it with the 600 grit and just repaint it.
What do you think we're gonna do if it comes down to the worst case scenario? Will we just have to re-clear coat it or do paint as well?
That's the thing, I don't know.
Because it's gonna be really hard not to sand through, especially on those, like with the 600 grit. If you're just trying to throw clear,
yeah,
it'll be very sketchy.
We'll probably have to throw paint, because if this is in the paint right here,
oh yeah,
you might even have to go ahead and resand this door and blend onto this door, because you know you can't just paint if this is like behind the clear coat.
Yeah,
you can't just
exactly.
paint to right here because then it's not going to match. We're going to have to sand actually the
Dang,
four
man.
doors.
This kind of sucks, but you know what? Learn from our mistakes, guys.
Yeah, learn from our mistakes. I mean, don't take your car out for
In the
fresh
rain.
paint in the rain,
Oh
or
my
let it
gosh.
sit. I mean, you're going to have to let it sit for like
Couple hours.
24 hours.
24
would
hours.
be perfect without any type of like rain or anything. So
Let's go ahead and give this a shot, and hopefully it turns out for the better for us.
Let's do it. There it is, man. It came out on this, but we can't be too excited right
Oh
now.
my goodness, dude, I'm so happy.
Can't be too excited because I buffed out only these spots. These really white ones
These kind of seem like they're on the
on
very
the surface. But if we go over here, these are like that darkish
Embedded,
blue.
dude.
They almost look like they're embedded in the clear coat. So this is what I was really worried about. I just wanted to go ahead and try the easy part first. Now, I mean, what do you say? Should I just sand this?
Might as well. Let's give this a shot because, I mean, we've heated it to around 110 degrees. It's pretty hot, so
Yeah.
you really didn't do much.
The reason why I think that side didn't get the worst of it is because before we pulled it outside, I actually had the heater going on that side.
Oh, so it got a little
it was
bit more
warming up the shop, but that side was warming up the most.
You had the
so-
direct heat on that
Yeah,
side.
on
more.
that side,
Okay, that
so-
makes sense, dude. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and hit this side. Hopefully these come out, man.
Yeah, let's hope. All right, so we managed to actually get those water spots out after a lot of sanding, and I just used a 2500. I didn't really want to drop down too much because I just wanted to go layer by layer just to not cut too much off, just in case I overdo it and probably go all the way through the clear. But it took a good bit. I mean, I sanded it like with like 2 brand new sandpapers, but dude, check that out, dude. It came out real nicely. I didn't go over it with a 3000 because I'm just gonna do the whole entire door. Whenever I sand the whole door, I'm gonna go over everything with the 3000, but I just wanted to know if that would come out, and it actually came out.
That was the worst of it right there, and I'm just so happy to see that. That means we don't have to repaint, right?
Yeah, we don't have to repaint. It was super close.
Very sketchy.
There's probably like 1 layer of clear coat right here because how deep I went down, you know, I cut it a lot, but dude, it came out
But there is
perfect.
always the original clear coat underneath this as well, right?
There's tons of clear coat. It's gonna be strong, but I'm just saying, like, I sanded in this little area right here, you know, just to get the water spots out.
Yeah, exactly. But look how smooth it is in comparison to the original paint here. We're definitely gonna have to buff this door to match.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we're gonna blend buff. Like,
Blend buff, yeah.
Sometimes we'll sand this down a little bit and just go all the way over here and just kind of blend it in.
Yeah, the way it just kind of fades out.
You want to do the whole door, but when it's coming to like another panel section like this, a separate piece, you can slowly like
not sand as much.
Yeah, we'll
much.
show you guys how it is. I mean, usually on black trucks, it's a little bit more difficult. If not, we'll just buff the whole truck. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. So as of right now, are we just gonna keep on buffing?
I mean, I want to go ahead and buff this whole entire door out. What I did notice is this spot right here, I did not sand, but I actually just went over it with the buffer. That wool pad actually took out the stuff.
Those water spots.
But it's not the water spots that were embedded. It's like these surface water spots. You see them?
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to go ahead and actually hit the fender first to see if I don't have to sand. I'm just going to buff it down, see if they come out. If they do come out, it's going to be a lot easier. Then we just go over everything with the 2500 quickly because I don't really want to buff it down too much.
We don't want it to look too smooth.
Yeah,
too much like
it
glass.
sucks when cars are orange pill because whenever you do
It's harder to match up to orange pill than to something smooth. You know what I mean?
because like something smooth, you just put a bunch of clear coat on it and it gets nice smooth. You buff it down. But this, you actually want to do some orange pill, and it's very difficult. Sometimes when you want something, you can't do it, and when you don't want it, you get orange pill. But let's go ahead, buff this fender out, and see what it does. All right, so we finally got all the spots out of the door in the fender, and we went ahead and buffed them out, and they look absolutely amazing. But now it is time to throw on my finishing pad on the buffer right there, use some swirl mark remover, and take out all the swirls and make this thing look good. All right, so that turned out absolutely amazing. I mean, it looks like glass, but it did take a good bit of time to get it like this, but it's super late, so we're gonna have to continue tomorrow in the morning.
All right, so it is the next day here. What we're about to do is actually sand this entire side and try to buff out the rest of these spots and also this little smudge here that we had a big bug land. And this side should actually go pretty quick because it's not nearly as bad as that side. So we just finished buffing this side and it looks good, but the next thing is to polish, but we're gonna save that for when we finish buffing the hood. Then we're gonna polish everything all at once. But that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything, because hopefully we'll have this thing back together and we'll give you guys the first test drive here real soon. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, be sure to follow us on Instagram at goonzquad. And if you want to copy one of these very limited time hoodies, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. This is probably one of our most comfortable hoodies. They're nice and clean and they're gonna go quick, so be sure to check it out. So with that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below and we'll catch you next time. Peace.